Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be playing World's Gamiest Heart, the game that I released about a year ago, made in Game Maker, like an old ass version of Game Maker. This is meant to be basically a world's hardest game kind of game. And the music. I also noticed that the top left corner has a lack of one detail. Oops. Well, yeah, I'm going to be playing through the whole game right now. Alright, so this is World's Gamiest Heart, where you are a square, blocky-shaped heart, and you are extremely gamey. You're also very juicy, so much that you spray meat juice, seasoned meat juice from your eye. The meat juice spray turns relative to where your eye is positioned away from the center. At like the angle. So that makes you able to aim all around. You gotta dodge these meatballs, or they're more like blood sausage kind of balls. They don't get hit, or else you get fried. You also have to shoot down these sizzling hot, fresh out of the fryer pork rinds. In order to get rid of them, you gotta extinguish them with the beet juice. Now here's there's lots of wacky and crazy obstacles in this game. There's the wallops. That's one of the only obstacles in this game that actually has a name. These guys are called the wallops, short for wall obstacle. And they are always watching you. Do not move towards it, or else you'll look at them and their faces will stretch at you. This music in the background is 15 equal divisions per octave. It was so hard to get this music. To make this music. Just unnecessarily hard. Anvil Studio kept losing the data. I actually was originally going to make another song for this game, but it got lost because the computer crashed. So I tried to make another song, and then I made this song. Then the computer crashed again, and I tried to recover the song and make it from the ground up again. And eventually I managed to make the song. Another fun thing about the song is it actually was, I accidentally made this song. You see, I made my own scale with 15 equal divisions microtones. I made my own scale. But then I accidentally made the music at a different mode of the scale that I made. I originally recorded it playing it on the Terpstra keyboard thing. And then I tried to make the MIDI out of it, but I accidentally put it in the wrong mode. But I just went with it because it sounded more theatrical. Kind of. Alright, now there's this enemy. Kinda looks like the letter I robot. He's a deadly grid of He's a deadly grid of orbs that goes bigger and smaller in a sinuous pattern. And what you have to do is, and he keeps chasing you across the place. You have to be careful and weave through his grid in order to dodge him. Alright. This one has multiple ways to do the level. One quick way you can do is to circle around, and I made that over there, kind of hinting at doing that. There are other ways, but then you'll have to deal with the Wallums. Alright. These things use ellipses instead of circles to rotate. You can also go in here and just be safe. Yeah, but that's not... I originally made it so that you could defeat certain enemies, but it just kind of... it just kind of became just inconsistent game design, so I just made it so that you shoot down these small blocks instead. Alright. Got it. I also had fun making, like, decorations on, like, the walls and stuff using the pork rinds. I love it when the screen just freezes for just a slight moment as the music reloads itself. The only way to get around to that is to use the default mini back then. I think nowadays you can have like there's a way to get around that. Alright, these things shoot towards you, so you have to be in the very middle for them not to reach you. Or otherwise that'll happen. This one is actually... this level is not quite, I know that looks like a dick. This level is quite, harder than I thought it would be for the person who played this. I mean, hold on. Sorry, just give me a sec. Yeah, it was Barry. Well, he was called Barry at the time, but I think he's a different avatar. But I'm going to dedicate a game thing to him. Damn it! It's just keep. I just kind of forgot the name. I'm just not very good with names. I have lots of friends that I hang out with, you know? A lot of the times I have friends that I hang out with all the time. But I struggle so hard to remember people's names. It's crazy. Although, if I went on Discord, it'll just immediately click at me. Dang. Oh yeah, I gotta stay in the middle. That was like the easiest way to doing that. Man. Making these levels was pretty fun, actually. I kind of wanted a mixture of just like weird mechanic, slight aimlessness in the level design, but also having like a decent amount of just World's Hardest Game style order to it. I think I made the perfect mixture. It just makes it feel like some weird bootleg or something. I'm actually gonna use the melody of the original song for, if I make a sequel of Diago Squid. Speaking of which, I feel like I'm going to have to download another... I'm going to have to pirate another old-ass version of Game Maker in order to recover my game. Fuck. Why am I having so much trouble on this one level? You notice that the fuck-ups is the death counter. And, he uses custom letters. You gotta be careful. There we go. This was at like the very end where I made this death counter. And the game was almost starting to get like corrupted because of my glitchy ass computer laptop was really old and shit. So I had to hurry to make all this stuff before the game broke on me, like Diago Squid. Alright, so this may seem like a pretty easy level, but actually... each one of these have a different distance. Each space is at a different location. And so you have to keep moving. Alright, so this one uses This one uses lots of sine waves in the way these bullets are aimed. It makes it very wavy and very chaotic. I love this level because it's like a real test of it's a real test of skill. And decent planning as well. So, if you're not careful, you could get walled like that. Woo! Now the Wallums are floating, and they're mirrored-faced, so they're gonna be watching you. You gotta plan this level out carefully, or else you'll accidentally look at them. Like that! and now they're long, and you gotta dodge them. One thing I could have changed was to make their heads slowly retract. If I ever make a sequel, I think I'll make that a feature and see how that works. 'Cause when you make these things long enough, you're essentially screwed. Whoops. See? There's nothing you can do there. Alright, so gotta focus. I'm just screwed. Alright. Ah, damn it. Gotta focus on which side to move. And I didn't even. Oh. Gotta be careful. Yes! Alright. This one is pretty hard because you gotta be crossing over this guy in order to not activate his stretchiness. Here's a little safe spot so you can wait to go around. Alright. Now here's a labyrinth of different locations. You gotta kind of route these in order to not get hit by this guy. Woo! Alright. This is kind of like the level 10 in the first World's Hardest game. But it's all... but it's all over the place. The hitboxes here are a little big. I tried to make it a little fair with the hitboxes by just making it slightly smaller than the object. Yeah. In the original World's Hardest game, I think I said it before, but the hitboxes are actually a circle. And that's why you kind of clip through some of the corners in that game. And why it just seems like you get hit less is because the hitbox is a circle. Alright, this is one of the hardest levels in the entire game. In order to do this level, you have to... It's kind of like a vortex. You kind of go inward, so you gotta escape by crossing the saturated part while avoiding the curved wall. You gotta keep going around. One thing that makes this kind of annoying is that I put a lot of pork rind walls in it, so you have to shoot those down. If I were to change this, I would have just gotten rid of them. They're not needed. Yeah. I seem to be much worse at this game when I'm doing commentary. Because when I tested this game out... see, I would have just gotten rid of that. So when I tested this game out before, it was like, I beat it in 100-something deaths. Just like 109 deaths, so... and I'm already getting to that number. I beat this one in my first try, actually. Fuck. All these sound effects are from Kimberly Kubis things. The ding is from Why Are You Wearing Big Sunglasses? The is when in Rats for Dinner or something where he just throws in the whole shit. The meat juice sound effect is the other sound effect that played when he was making that potion or whatever. The spell or whatever. Dang it. Alright, don't fuck up this time. Ah! That feeling when you beat a hard level, but anything can screw you over. You get the nerves. You gotta... There we go. Alright. So this mechanic is kinda used... I haven't played all the world's hardest games because it was just like, by the time the other ones came out, I was just completely overrun with work and stuff. But anyway, yeah, this mechanic has already been kinda used in the world's hardest games, so it's not too special. That ending part is actually an obstacle on its own because you gotta escape it. Alright, now this one was like beat by my friend in kind of the wrong way. Well, not really the wrong way, but just the harder way. There was like an easier way of going up and around to the bottom left corner, but the harder way was going to the right corner, trying to weave through this part. So I'm going to try and do it that way. I'm gonna beat it the hard way for him. I did design it so that, yes, you could kind of do it different ways. But I mostly did it the left side, so I only really tested for that. There we go. Well, I added a little twist to that, to these pipes shooting these things. Ah. Yeah. That part is very hard. It's harder than it looks. Alright. Damn it, I did that wrong. Diago Squid is so fucking close from being done, it's silly. I kind of want to make a sequel too, but I gotta update the engine a little bit for it to work on, so that it works on Game Maker 2, because I've tried to recreate it in Game Maker 2, but it's just not working quite right. Anyway, this part is kind of inspired by the... what is that last attack from that one cave game? Like, Esgaluda. Yeah, the Esgaluda final attack is kind of what this thing was based off. Like the one with the... what is it? The Major 9 chord or whatever. My friend actually did this level very well. Maybe if I could go to the right corner for that. Right, this is the level my friend had the most trouble with. It's very tricky. Oh shit. I can't believe I did that. Almost first try. This one's kind of interesting. Gotta make sure it doesn't wall you. So we gotta... The spiral makes it so that you have to start with the bullets. That. Yeah, but it's very tight. that can happen. And if you try to stay in the middle, then it gets very tight. Alright. Make it? Yes. I should have went up. There we go. I do not like this level. I do not like this level. I hastily made this one. I could have done much better. I could have done much better things than make this level. I also noticed that the sound effects all happen in unison because I hit a bunch of sprites at the same time. Alright. It's very tight. Also, my friend beat this level quickly as well. Not quickly, but like much quicker than I thought. Shit. Oh, might be here a while. We're almost at the end, though. Whew. Alright, we're almost at the end. This one is another one with lots of elements in it. It's like an applied skills kind of level. There we go. And here is the big head of culinarianism. I decided just to make a bullet hell boss battle to end this weird-ass game. This was a whole lot of fun. Programming those eyes moving around like that was actually, like, I thought that was never going to work, but it did first try. So this thing does not like gaminess. You must shoot it into his mouth, which has an eyeball in it for some reason. You must shoot into its mouth to damage it. You must shoot... You must shoot upwards, because your shots reset to the side. That was kind of a thing, is like... That's kind of a thing that I wondered, is like, what would I default it to if the eye was just standing still? And I just let the game handle it, and apparently it's to the right side. This thing has no health bar, so can almost spook you when he gets killed too. It took my friend so long to beat. He beat it in one go, and it was just like in the middle of just like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. He was still playing this. I'm like, bro, you can save. Oh, by the way, it took me so many tries just to figure out how to just save games in Game Maker. And I thought it was like my computer having it corrupted, so I got so angry and frustrated. And I just released this game over and over again until eventually I figured it out. I'm like, okay, now it works! I want to make some more games in the future. I wonder if the creator of the world's hardest game sees this one day. Alright, this attack actually got pretty dang laggy on my friend's computer. It actually is pretty computationally heavy to make that attack because it's actually a lot of bullets. How many times did I just say actually in that one sentence? Actually. Still quite scatterbrained from the little incident. Okay, this attack isn't so bad. It does look pretty though. Alright. Oh. Usually he dies after when I dodge that, because it leaves a big opening. And that was kind of intentional. Just in case you didn't get enough hits into him. There's also a trick, go into like the right side, I think. Well, let me see. If I can get it. It's kind of risky, but it also good reward too. Now. There. Yeah, I don't remember how he got it so nice, but yeah, you can do that. I think that's what my friend was doing. Yeah, that kind of was screwed me over. Now, that attack could have had some improvements too. Ah. I love how, in terms of overall difficulty, I made the boss right around the difficulty range of just the rest of the levels. At least for me, but... hey, my friend beat it, so... I think it worked. He had less trouble on his boss than he did in that one level with the morphing guys, the square guys. Speaking of which, I based that off of just like highlighting the screen and just clicking on the middle, highlighting the screen, and just moving your mouse around. That's the movement I wanted to emulate. And it actually had me using matrices. I don't usually use matrices in my games. Why was there just like one bullet then over there? I hit them all at once. Alright. I don't know if I should put this on HDIO. They get mad at me for using it. I mean, I know Game Maker 8 is unpurchasable now, but still, I'm a little worried about it because I kinda had to download it. But that's the only way I could have made a game like this. At the time, at least. I didn't have my gaming computer at the time, so I couldn't just get... And the thing was, like, I tried to get Game Maker 2 on my old laptop, and it was just glitchy as absolute hell. I couldn't beta test, just shit was like... Stuff like sprites just went all over the place for some reason. Like the beta testing was just, or debugging was just completely broken. I couldn't look at any variables or their positions and stuff. You just couldn't really do anything. It's much better on this computer now, obviously. But before, it was just unusable. And then the Game Maker 8 properly worked on my computer. But... I didn't ever have a purchased version of it, and you can't purchase it on Game Maker Studio. By the way, Game Maker Studio 2 version I have now is purchased. So, I'm okay on the recent game I made. I don't know if I'll ever use the Godot or whatever engine. I don't care about the stupid politics of that, but... I just don't even know if I'll use it or not. I think I'll just stick to Game Maker. So hard. That one attack. Ah, so close. Also, sometimes the attack gets a little cut off. Did you see that? I kind of forgot why exactly that happens. I think it has something to do with it actually uses the date and time to govern the attack, and that can get a little glitchy, so sometimes it just gets cut off. Alright, don't fuck up. Fuck up! I can do this. I did it before today. With less trouble. Having a big hitbox really does make things get hit much easier than it looks. Go, baby! I won it in 190 deaths. Let's see. Let's see what my friend beat it in. Just give me a sec. He had 1,485 deaths. I just congratulate him so much for his effort. If you would like to challenge this game, click that link on the last video. You can also take a screenshot to make sure that you can immortalize that win you had. And that's World's Gamiest Heart. It was a lot of fun to make. I hope to make more stuff like this. I don't know if I'll make a sequel to this game. It would be probably pretty easy to port over. would probably need to tweak the stuff so that it's in 60 FPS instead of 30, right? 30 caps. Like kind of the way that is made. Also, there's a glitch that I found out later after releasing this game. If you wait here for a while, eventually they stretch like this. That was not intended. I don't exactly know why that happens, but they don't stop stretching. Alright, I think that's all. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching. See you.